Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Showing up now? There you are. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2. That won't be a problem. I don't think. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Yeah. What did you do to get that off? Just so in case you forget, we can get that. Yeah. So you can that out on the output. Okay. You have to make sure you have the sound out. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me now? Live from Warrenton High School football. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Live from Warrenton High School football. That could be. Because you were working on it a couple minutes ago. We're testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Friday Night Lights at Warrenton High School football.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to our first broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, for Warrenton High School activities. So we have with us Mr. Keith Brown. He's going to be our announcer tonight, and Keith comes with many years of experience in broadcasting, so we're very, very excited to have him with us. So it's going to be an exciting time. Go Warriors.
Thank you, Dr. Klingensmith. Appreciate the introduction, and I'm looking forward to working with you and the teams as we go through with the Warrenton Sports Network.
All right, we have with us our new activities director, Andy Arnett. Andy, tell us a little about activities this fall.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay here, but we've had a lot of lightning, and we're excited to get this one started. The rain's coming down now, so should be a lot of fun. We had volleyball tonight. We had soccer, softball in Union, and we had cross-country at Mexico. And we also had golf start their season tonight here in Warrenton. Although that one ended up getting cut short due to the lightning. I think everyone teed off, and then that got cut short. But we're going to make that up, I think, next week. So we're excited to get everything going. Really excited to get this first football game underway. And we're looking at some successful seasons, hopefully across the board. Tonight we will be starting at 8:30 kickoff. So we've just got another 13 minutes, and we will be underway. I hope you guys enjoy the broadcast, and let's go Warriors.
Good evening. You are looking at the David Huff Memorial Football Field on the campus of Warrenton High School as the Warrenton Sports Network presents the first ever broadcast of Warrenton High School football. Tonight's clash is a battle for supremacy in Warren County, with the Warriors battling the Wright City Wildcats. This is the first meeting this century between these two teams, who are separated by a mere 7-mile drive down I-70. The Warrenton Warriors entered tonight's game with much anticipation after last season's successful campaign, where they went undefeated through the regular season, capturing the GAC North Conference Championship, before their lone loss came at the hand of the Hannibal Pirates in a high-scoring shootout in last year's state playoffs, where the final score was 55-32. The Wright City Wildcats also hope to build off last season's success of a 6-4 winning record. Both teams are eager to begin this clash for the bragging rights of Warren County football. Hello, I'm Keith Brown. I'm very excited to be with you this evening for this inaugural broadcast of the Warrenton Sports Network. We've got a fantastic game for you tonight, and we'll be back with the kickoff in a few minutes. Delay for lightning. We are about ready to kick off for tonight's opening game. Right now the captains are meeting at center field to shake hands, get instructions from the referees, and to do the coin toss to see who gets to kick off first. And there's the toss, and it looks like Wright City has won the toss. I'm sorry, Warrenton's won the toss. They've deferred to kickoff. They're going to receive in the second half. Wright City will receive. They'll be going right to left on your screen. Warrenton will be kicking off, and they'll be going left to right on your screen. And Jake Kinney will be doing the kickoffs for the Warriors tonight. Jake's a sophomore. Wright City breaks their huddle. And it looks like their all-purpose back, DeJuan McRoberts, will be returning the kickoff. And get ready for some Warrior football. Here's your opening kickoff. It's a deep kickoff down to the 1 yard line. McRoberts fumbles, picks it up, takes it up the middle, breaks a little to the right, follows a block, and continues to run on the outside before he's forced out of bounds at about the 33 yard line, where the Wildcats will start 1st and 10. Dayton Humphrey will be the quarterback for the Wildcats. And DeJuan McRoberts is their all-purpose running back. DeJuan ran for 1,300 yards last year. 15 rushing touchdowns and 2 receptions. Warrenton's defense is led by senior Caden Schroer, number 46. He's a linebacker. Watch him in the middle. He goes sidelines to sidelines to make plays all day long. The kid's got an engine, just won't stop. Humphreys in the backfield, gets the snap, hands off to McRobert. Oh, and he's brought down in the backfield by Schroer and Javon Jones. Javon Jones just blew up the line, forced a 4 yard loss on the play. It'll make it 2nd and 14 for the Wildcats. Jones is a junior. He led the team in a lot of tackles last year. He had 95 tackles, 19 sacks as a sophomore. And Coach K says he's bigger and stronger this year. Watch for a lot of great things from Javon Jones. All right, Humphreys back in the backfield calling out signals. They've got 4 wideouts. Quarter. Wright City is facing a 3rd and 11. As we said earlier, Schroer led the team in tackles. He had 142 tackles last year. He was 3rd team All-State and All-Metro. Keep an eye on this kid, as Coach K loves to blitz out of his 3-3 stack defense. All right, we're back on the field. Wright City's back. Nobody running backs in the backfield. Humphrey gets the snap. Throw out to the right, or to the left. And McRoberts breaks 2 tackles before he's brought down. It's going to be close for the first down. And that is enough for a first down. Wildcats have a 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Humphrey brings him to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts to the top. McRoberts offset to the right. Snap back, hand off to McRoberts. Gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. Tackled by Jake Mincher for the Warriors. Also, Austin Haas was in there for the tackle as well. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Humphreys checks his wristband for the play. McRoberts offset to the left this time. There's flag on the play. McRoberts sweeps to the left. Gain of enough for a first down before he was brought down. Tackled by Peyton Dawson, but there is a flag on the play. Referee signals illegal procedure on the Wildcats. That'll be a 5-yard penalty and repeat 2nd down. That'll make it 2nd and 11. $8:50 to go in the first quarter still. Wright City signals in the play. They're going to send 3 receivers to the top of your screen and 2 left to the bottom, I'm sorry. No running backs in the backfield. McRobert goes in motion. Flag on the play. Quick pass to number 1 on the left side, who was brought down by Adrian Stevens. Like I said, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the penalty is this time. Illegal shift is the penalty against the Wildcats this time. Once again, that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and we're going to repeat 2nd down. That'll make it 2nd and 16. Rain still coming down pretty good here. Referee blows his whistle and stops the clock. Seems to be a problem. Now we're ready to go. There's a problem with the play clock. It's all set and we're ready to go. Snap back, hand off to McRoberts, who's met in the backfield. Strower blew that up. Loss of 2 or 3. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Wildcats. Wildcat penalties and Strower on that tackle have really put them in a deep predicament here. Looks like McRoberts is in the quarterback position right now. He's no stranger to that. He reads, hands off right. Number 1 breaks a couple tackles. He could go all the way. 20 for Warrenton's trying to bring him down. He dives. Number 1, Warrenton for Wright City scores a touchdown on a 3rd and long play. That was Caden Allison for the Wright City Wildcats. Allison was a senior, 5'11", 170. He was a first-team all-conference wide receiver last year, and he led the team in receiving. and also scored 5 touchdowns. Wright City lines up to kick the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and the Wildcat extra point is good. So 7:02 to go in the first quarter. The Wright City Wildcats lead the Warrenton Warriors 7-0. Warrenton's back to receive the kickoff. Back deep is Peyton Dawson, number 20. He's a senior. The upbacks, Mason Thompson, number 10, and Isham Keeper, a senior, number 18. Dawson stands at about the 15-yard line waiting for the kickoff from Wright City. Here he comes, a lefty kicking off for Wright City. Ball goes and carries all the way to the goal line where it's down with no return. Warrenton will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The Warriors have a new quarterback this year, Brandon Johnson. He's a senior. And, of course, they have their 3-year captain, Austin Haas, who ran for 1,712 yards and 26 touchdowns last year in the backfield. Keep an eye on Austin. Austin set off to the right. Receiver in motion. Handoff to Haas up the middle. Gain of a 1 or 2 on the play. Tackle was made by Mason Went for the Wildcats. That'll bring up a 2nd and looks like 9 for the Warriors. Dedrick Forrest split out wide to the right. Peyton Dawson joins him on the right side. Haas is set off to the right behind Brandon Johnson. Here comes motion to the 3 receivers on the right side. Hand up to Haas up the middle. He slips 2 or 3 tackles and is brought down, but not before he has a 1st and 10. Gain of about 10 on the play. Warriors start 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line. Humphrey scans the field as he looks to make his next read. Haas is once again set off to his right. He gets the snap, hands to Haas. Haas goes up the middle and gets close to another 1st down. Looks like a gain of 11 on the play. Referees call a timeout on the play. Yeah, I think the timeout is a water break. First game of the year. Heat index has been hot all week. This is just a time for the players to get a little instruction, stay hydrated, make sure there's no cramps or no injuries later on. Warriors have a 1st and 10 on their own 45. Haas has looked really good running the ball up the middle. Kudos to the 5 returning starters for the Warriors offensive line. And, of course, Marcus Green, the sophomore, is getting some serious playing time up front as well. Both teams return to the field. And the Warriors have two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right, and they do have their tight end, Evan Shank, off to the right as well. Haas in the backfield, set off to right. Dedrick Forrest in motion. Snap back. Quarterback keeper, Brandon Johnson, breaking tackles, going up the right side. He is close for another first down. Referees look like they spot it just a little short. It'll be 2nd and 1. What a good run on the quarterback keeper by Brandon Johnson. Brandon also plays safety for this team. He's basically the vocal captain on the offense and the defense, calling out what he sees, and does a good job making reads. This time Dawson starts on the left, motions to the right. Snap back, Haas up the middle. He gets through the linebackers, and he's in the safeties, and he is brought down at the, looks like just outside the 10-yard line. What a run by Haas. Warriors got off to a great start to this game. That offensive line, as we said before, 5 returning starters, really making some big holes up front for for Johnson and for Haas. This time the Warriors have 2 backs in the backfield. Hand off to the H-back. He goes for a couple on the play. That was Javon Jones, a junior. Oh, looks like there was a penalty on the play. We're bringing it back 5 yards. Did not see what the signal was. It was a good run by Javon Jones. His first carry of the game. Warriors break the huddle. Tight end Shank on the right, 2 receivers on the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Haas offset to the left, Javon Jones offset to the right, and Brandon Johnson. Now Haas goes in motion to the right. Handoff to Jones again. This time he goes over the left tackle. He's hit by the linebackers, and looks like he gets close to the 3-yard line. About 12-yard pickup for Javon Jones. Jones is a junior. That'll bring up 2nd and goal to goal. Jones and Haas in the backfield. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Hand off to Haas this time. Jones lead block. But this time he is stopped in the backfield. No gain on the play. Well, maybe a gain of about 1. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Warriors. Wright City's defense has tightened up here. This time they line up with the quarterback on the center in an I formation. Quarterback keeper. Does Johnson get in? Yes, he does. Warrior touchdown. Quarterback keeper by Brandon Johnson. The senior scores. They scored with 2:32 left to go in the first quarter, excuse me. Point after attempt is coming up. Looks like Tyler Farber will be doing the point after attempt. Snap back. Kick up. And the kick is good. So it's about 2 minutes left to go in the first. We have a 7-7 tie in the battle for Warren County. This time, senior Tyler Farber, number 36, will be doing kicking duties for the Warriors. McRoberts is back deep once again. Let's see if the Warriors decide to kick to him or keep it away from him this time. There's the kick. Oh, it's a pooch kick. Short. Wright City falls on it at about the 39-yard line. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10. Is that right? Oh, no. Right City takes over 1st and 10 on their 39. McRoberts in the backfield. Snap back, hand off to McRoberts. Takes it up the middle, where once again he is brought down in the backfield. That's where a committee of linebackers, 44, 45, brought him down. Also on the play was Trey Guthrie, a junior. Trey's playing the nose tackle right now. Tackled by Cole Meyer and Jake Mincher. Meyer's a senior. He had 80 tackles last year and is a returning starter. All right, Humphrey calls out the signals. Wright City looks on 2nd and 11. Snap back. He's still on a throw. He's rolling right. He decides to run and keep it. Here comes Strower. Strower brings him down after about a 2-yard gain. What a great open field tackle by Caden Strower. You can see why this kid is a third-team All-State and All-Metro. Coach K calls Strower the heart and soul of the defense. Wright City is looking at a 3rd and 9. Just a little more than 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Humphrey breaks the huddle. McRoberts is off to his left. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Snap back. Penalty on the play. They're stopping the play. Let's see. Looks like this time it's offsides against Warrenton. Somebody was in the neutral zone. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, making it 3rd and 3.5. Clock's running with 53 seconds to go in the quarter. Wright City calls a different play. Same formation, though. Snap back. Hand off to McRoberts. He goes over the left tackle, and he's brought down. A great open field tackle by the Warriors. Number 2, Brandon Johnson, the free safety. He came up from nowhere and stopped that. Looks like it's 4th and 2 for the Wright City Wildcats, and they're going to go for it on their own 47-yard line. Big play here. Could be trying to draw them off sides. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Watch the fake here. Yes, looks like they're just trying to draw them off sides. Coach is pointing to the clock. I think they're going to be happy to let the clock run out and start the second quarter after the coaches have a time to talk about it. After 1 quarter here at Warrenton, it's your Warriors tied with the Wildcats and the bragging rights for Warren County, 7 apiece. of the second quarter. Wright City's going to be going left to right. Warrenton going right to left. Humphreys back. McRoberts over his left shoulder. 4th and short. He hands off to him. No, he fakes the handoff. Rolls to his left, completes a pass for a 1st and 10. Wright City is in Warrenton territory at about the 42-yard line. Catch was made by Wright City's Josiah Higgins, number 11, a senior. His first catch of the game. Wright City starts with a new set of downs. McRoberts still in the backfield. Oh, before the snap, looked like Warrenton called a timeout. Their first of the half. Couple of big offensive linemen. They've got Hunter Bohannon, a senior, number 64. He's a 6'2", 280 offensive lineman. And they also have Mason Went, number 62. He's a senior. He is a 6'4", 300-pound offensive lineman. First team all-conference, and he was also academic all-state. Those are some big guys from McRoberts and Humphreys to get around, to get holes. Let's see if the Warriors have an answer for him. Once again, we're 1st and 10 at the Warrior 42-yard line. Linemen go set. Snap back, hand off to McRoberts, up the middle. And this time he's stopped for maybe a half-yard gain. Bottom of the pile, making the tackle for the Warriors was Kyle Locke, Jr. Locke's the nose tackle, making a good play, not giving it an inch, beating off the block, and making the tackle. This time, Wright City sends triple receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Looks like Warrenton starting to creep up their safeties. Snap back, throw to the left, complete for about a 6-yard gain. That was Caden Allison on the reception. It looks like there was a player hurt. We'll take an injury timeout here for 1 second. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming for Wright City. News for Wright City. Allison looks like he was an injured player on the play, but he is walking off under his own power. Wright City faces a 3rd and 6. They send triple receivers to the bottom of the screen and a solo receiver to the top. They break the huddle. And the question is, where's McRoberts? That's McRoberts in the backfield. He does a quarterback keeper up the middle. Close to a first down. Brought down by Javon Jones. It's close for a first down. Referees have decided it is enough for a first down. Wright City has a 1st and 10 on the Warriors' 32-yard line. Looks like the rain has mostly stopped here. If it's raining, it's just a light mist. McRoberts off to the right. Snap back, handoff. No, fake handoff. Quarterback rolls out. Oh, and he tries to complete a pass, but it was broken up by a nice hit by free safety Brandon Johnson. That was Quinn Schnarr trying to catch the ball before he was broken up. Brandon Johnson, what a hit. Wright City starts 2nd and 10. Oh, high snap. McRobert goes back, picks it up about the 48-yard line. He rolls to the right, and he's brought down by 2 Warriors. Strower on the tackle, and Dedrick Forrest as well. With a bad snap, looks like Wright City's going to have a 3rd and close to 18 yards to go. That was Dedrick Forrest's first tackle of the game. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. Wright City. That's their 2nd of a half. So with 9:05 to go in the 2nd quarter, we still have a tie matchup here between the Battle of Warrenton Always a pleasure to be at Warrenton. Coach Barton, the public address announcer, does a wonderful job. Good news for Wright City. Their receiver who was injured a couple plays ago, Josiah Higgins, is back into the contest. Good to see that he's not injured and can return to action. Wright City breaks the huddle after the timeout. They've got trips to the top of the screen, solo to the bottom. McRoberts is split off to the left behind Humphrey. Snap back. Humphreys looks to pass, rolls left, pressured by the right tackle. He breaks the tackle, and then he's tackled for a short gain by a linebacker, number 44, Cole Meyer. Pick up of a couple of yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 16. Wildcats have gone for it on 4th down in the pass. Let's see if they decide to go for it this time. Or if they decide to, or elect to kick the ball. Looks like they're lining up in punt formation. Well, I'm not sure what the Warriors believe this, as they have nobody back. There's a flag on the play. The initial call is a legal procedure. And that is confirmed. The head referee calls a legal procedure. That is a 5-yard penalty, making it even longer for the Wildcats. They stay in the 4th down, and they stay in the punt formation. This time Warrenton sends a receiver back to get the punt. That's Peyton Dawson. McRoberts' punt goes to the left of the top of the screen, where it is down by Wright City at about the 16-yard line. That's where Warrenton gets their first stop of the game. They'll take over, 7:52 to go in the second quarter. All tied up, 7-7. Oh, there was some laundry on the field. Penalty against Wright City for, once again, the legal procedure. Let's see. Looks like Warrenton is elected to take the penalty, and they're going to have Wright City kick it even once again. Coach Rickard for Wright City is going to have to talk to the boys about some penalties here in the first half. Getting lined up straight, staying in your stance. But McRoberts is back to punt. And Dawson's back to receive for the Warriors. There's the snap. McRoberts' kick. Oh! Close to being blocked. Oh, the ball was touched. Hard to tell if that was touched by Warrenton or a Wright City player. Referees are getting together and discuss it. Excuse me. That's one of those plays where the receiver has to scream at his own players and tell them to get out of the way. That was Peyton Dawson that lined up in the backfield that time. 2nd and 8 is what the Warriors are facing at this point in time. Looks like Haas is taking the snap here. Nope, it's still Johnson. This time he hands off to Haas. Haas breaks the tackle up the middle before he's brought down by the Wildcats after a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. That was Hunter Bohannon for the Wildcats on the tackle. Referees blow their whistle, call timeout for themselves. Once again, this is one of the official timeouts to make sure the players stay hydrated. First game of the year. Want to make sure they don't get injured. They'll also take this time to confer with their coaches as we have a 3rd down and short to go for the Warriors. Bohannon on the tackle there. 6'2", 280 defensive tackle. He had 14 tackles, 1 sack, 4 tackles for a loss, and he was voted 2nd team all-district for the Wildcats last year. With the timeout over, the teams retake the field. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Warriors. They have 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Looks like we've got Haas in the backfield, joined by Javon Jones. And now we're going to have another timeout. Looks like Warrenton takes a 2nd timeout. Both teams have used 2 timeouts here in the first half. Coach Coper likes to run the shotgun formation, and that time it looked like he had 2 running backs with the tight end. That's what he calls his 21 formation. With the tight end Shank in there as well, that looks like a good short yardage formation. But with Haas in the backfield, you never know. He could break one at any point in time. Right, Warrenton shows the same formation this time. Johnson takes the snap. Haas up the middle, followed by blocking by Jones. And that's going to be enough for a 1st and 10. Nice block by the fullback, Jones, on that play. Haas just followed him right up the middle. And that is a 1st down for your Warrenton Warriors. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Bohannon with another tackle. He's making a lot of tackles. Unfortunately, that one was a little bit downfield for the Wildcats. Warrenton breaks the huddle once again with a 2 running back formation. Haas on the right, Jones on the left. Wright City fakes a blitz. Handoff to Jones. He goes right up the middle, then goes outside the tackles. He hurdles a tackle. Oh, and he's knocked down after about a 13-yard pickup. But there is a flag on the play. Let's see what's going on here. What a great hurdle by Javon Jones. The big kid just got up and leapt over the Wright City tackler. Referees are conferring on the flag on the play. And the referees, after talking about it, have picked up the flag. It will be a 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They are now in the Wildcats' territory with 5:22 to go in the first half. The junior running back, Javon Jones, on that carry, 15-yard pickup. Adding another weapon in the backfield for the Warriors. Once again, Haas to the left, Jones to the right. They stay in their 22 stack here. Now Haas breaks off and goes in motion. A backwards throw to him in the backfield by Johnson. And a gain of maybe about a half yard before he is forced out of bounds. The passing attempt didn't get a lot of yards that time, but it does keep Wright City thinking about the threat of a pass, which is always good when you have 2 good running backs in the backfield. You can't have those linebackers and safeties sneaking up on the line of scrimmage. Got to keep him honest. This time only Haas is in the backfield with Johnson. Haas is split off to the left. They send triple receivers to the bottom of the screen. This time Johnson rolls to the left. Looks like he's going to throw. He does throw. He has, his receiver. The touchdown, Warrenton. That was Mason Thompson. That is going to be a 44-yard touchdown if the play stands. It looks like there's a flag on the play. And the penalty, the initial indication, is going to bring that back for an illegal man downfield. So what a catch by Mason Thompson. That would have been a 43-yard touchdown. That ball bounced off a couple defenders, and Thompson went up there and got that. But we're going to bring that back. 5-yard penalty, making it 2nd and 15. Thompson led the team in catches last year as a junior with 49 catches and had 889 receiving yards with 7 touchdowns. Phenomenal catch by the young man, but it'll make the highlight reel, but it won't count this time. Johnson in QB shotgun position. Haas behind him. He hands up to Haas up the middle. Flag on the play. Haas breaks a couple tackles before he's brought down by 2 Wildcats. Well, that's about a gain of about 10 on the play. Looks like that's going to come back against Warrenton as well. The Warriors are shooting themselves in the foot at this point in time, but they still got time to turn it around. That's a 5-yard penalty. Going to repeat 2nd down, and that'll make it about 2nd and 20. With Haas picking up 15 that last play, 2nd and 20 is definitely doable. They break the huddle with 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Haas in the backfield on the left side of Johnson's shoulder. Johnson fakes left, goes right, keeps it himself. He's got a little open field in front of him. He breaks 2 tackles. He breaks another tackle. It's going to be close. He breaks a 3rd tackle when he's brought down, but the referee signals a touchdown. That is a 53-yard touchdown run by the senior Brandon Johnson. Players are running backwards like there's a flag on the field. And it looks like there's another flag against Warrenton. That's 2 touchdowns that have been erased by penalties. Looks like there's a personal foul against the Warriors this time. Oof. 2nd and forever for the Warriors. Referees are blowing the whistle. Looks like Wright City is going to call timeout. They want to save a little time, perhaps, with 3:54 left to go in the first half. We have seen some tremendous athleticism out of the Warriors on this possession, all for naught. Brandon Johnson on that last play, 53-yard run over the right side, gets called back. Earlier, Brandon Johnson threw deep to Mason Thompson when the ball was tipped by Wright City. They had 2 defensive backs on Thompson, but he came down with the ball, ran it in for a touchdown, but that once again was called back on a penalty. With those kind of big plays, the Warriors are definitely not out of getting a first down. Be interesting to see what Wright City does here. Do they go more of a prevent defense? Both teams break the huddle, leave the sidelines. And it looks like Wright City's still playing up close on the line of scrimmage here. That bodes well for the Warriors if they could break a couple tackles. Wright City's only got 1 safety back. Johnson throws to the left, tipped up by Bohannon, but knocked down by Johnson. Hunter Bohannon knocked off his tackle for the Wildcats, got in the backfield, got his big mid up, and knocked the ball down before it could be completed. And then Johnson had to fight for his life because Bohannon was going for the ball. He was going to catch it and run it back for a touchdown. But fortunately, Johnson, a free safety by trade, got in there and broke up the play. That brings up a third and a country mile for the Warriors. They send triple receivers to the left. Haas split off to the left in the backfield. Johnson in shotgun formation. Hands off to Haas. He runs up the middle. Oh, he breaks the tackle, slips the second tackle. He's brought down after a gain of about 20 yards. But that'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Warriors at Wright City's 43. Be interesting to see if they decide to punt it with the game all tied up and only a 3.5 to go in the first half. Or are they going to punt it and make Wright City go deep? They line up in an offensive formation. Johnson barks out the play. Haas is off to his left. Triple receivers to the bottom. Johnson goes back to throw. He's looking left. Throws across the middle. He gets number 20 for a pass. Oh, he shakes and bakes and breaks 2 tackles. And before he's brought down at the 10-yard line. How about that? That was Peyton Dawson, the senior, shaking and baking, breaking tackles. Looks like the referees have signaled that his knee would touch the ground on one of his breaking of the tackles. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 20-yard line. But what a great 4th down play by the senior. Warriors break the huddle. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Haas off to the left, handoff. Haas goes to the right, off tackle, gets a good block. Shank, the tight end, with a good block on that play. Haas did a good job reading the block, went in behind him with a gain of 8 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 2. The clock becomes a little bit of a factor at this point in time with almost 2 minutes to go in the first half. Warriors at the 12, looking to punch this in after some penalty problems earlier on this drive, but they have not given up faith and they keep on driving. Hand off to Haas up the middle. Jones with the block. And the referees signal that it is enough for a 1st down. 1st down, Warrenton. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. 1:43 to go in the first half. 1st and goal, Warriors. The team has showed tremendous heart. I think a lot of that is the returning seniors, knowing that they're never out of it. Oh, looks like we had a little motion there. Flag on the play. Illegal procedure is the call against Warrenton. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 13 this time. Referee winds the clock, and it starts. 1:23 to go in the half. Warrenton breaks the huddle with a little more emphasis now, as not only do they have to beat the Wildcats, they have to beat the clock. 2 running backs behind the shotgun formation. Low snap, caught by Johnson. Handoff to Haas, who was brought down in the backfield. Maybe a loss of the play. 2nd and goal from the 15 with 52 seconds to go. The clock's still running. They're still in the huddle. 41 seconds to go. Let's hope that heart that the Warriors have shown earlier on this drive stays with them. Double receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Johnson goes back to throw. He looks left. And looks like it's picked off by Wright City in the end zone. He's going to run it out. He's breaking several tackles. He's finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Looks like Benji Rodriguez on the interception for the Wildcats. Rodriguez is only a sophomore, but what a good play by the sophomore. He sat back deep and just watched the quarterback's eyes, and when he looked in the middle, Rodriguez just stepped in to break up the play. Wright City gets a sideline warning at this point in time with 11 seconds to go in the first half. And to end the first half, Wright City just takes a knee. Happy to go in at halftime all tied up. What a game we have here, folks. After 2 quarters, the battle for bragging rights in Warren County is all tied up with your Warrenton Warriors 7, the Wright City Wildcats 7. Please stay tuned for a halftime performance by your Warrenton High School marching band. Thanks for joining us once again for Warrenton High School football, our first ever broadcast on the Warrenton Sports Network. Right now it's halftime in the battle for Warren County between the Wright City Wildcats and your Warrenton Warriors. Teams have just come back from halftime. Well, actually, Wright City has come back so far. Coach Rickard has already talked to his players, made the changes and adjustments, and Coach Coper will have his players coming out shortly. This game has been very interesting. It's tied 7-7 at the halftime. We knew it would be a close game because both teams have returning players that are just electric. DeJuan McRoberts for Wright City. The all-purpose running back has been electrifying. Austin Haas for the Warriors has been great as well. McRoberts scoring a touchdown for the Wildcats, and the lone touchdown for the Warriors was scored by their quarterback on a sneak, Dayton Humphreys. Dayton Humphreys, quarterback for Wright City. Brandon Johnson, quarterback for the Warriors, scored on a quarterback sneak. Both teams in the second quarter were kind of hampered by penalties, and I'm sure both Coach Rickard and Coach Coper were talking to the team about getting that stabilized. You know, in the first game of the year, those type of penalties are to be expected, but they, are not definitely encouraged. Running the ball for Warrenton has been all-purpose back Austin Haas. He's a 3-year captain, ran for 1,712 yards last year, 26 touchdowns in 3 seasons for Warrenton. He has rushed for 3,740 yards and 35 touchdowns. If he keeps up at this pace, he will have rushed for over 5,000 yards in his career. Once again, shout out to the Warrenton offensive line. They return all 5 starters. Let's go over those names. And they also have a sophomore, Marcus Green, at tackle, number 53. He's a sophomore. He's been playing great as well. Kyle Locke, a senior, number 72, returning all-conference starter. Jack Morris, the center, number 78, a junior. He's a returning starter, all-conference member. Alex Wilson, number 58, a junior, all-conference returning starter. And Logan Nichols, number 62, a junior, returning starter as well. And like we said, there's also Chance Casing. He was all-conference starter last year. He shares time on the line of scrimmage as well, giving players blows. And then you have senior Evan Shank, number 88, also a great blocker. And here comes your Warriors back onto the field for the second half. We'll see which teams make the adjustments that they need to make to solidify the win in this bragging rights game for Warren County. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a couple minutes. Sorry about the confusion. We were told that the band was going to perform at halftime, but we'll go on and play football. Warrenton set to receive the second half kickoff. That's Peyton Dawson, number 20, back deep to receive. He's a senior. Up backs, Mason Thompson and Isham Keeper. And we're ready for the second half. Kicks off. Dawson receives the kick, slips a little bit, keeps his balance, stands on his feet, but then he's met at the 15-yard line where he's brought down. Flag on the play. About a 10-yard return for Dawson. Hate to begin the second half with a penalty since both teams were heavily penalized in the first half. Looks like we've got a block in the back against Warrenton. That's a spot foul. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Warrenton begins 1st and 10 on their own 9-yard line after the referees walk off that penalty for a block in the back. Looks like all the starters are back in to start the second half. Warrenton breaks the huddles with running backs in the receiver slots. Haas goes in motion, gets a handoff from Johnson over the right tackle, where he's brought down after a gain of only maybe a half a yard. A little pickup on that play. Actually, a loss of 1 on that play. They'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That was Mason Went in the backfield for the Wildcats, the left tackle. Johnson waits for a receiver to go in motion to the right of the play. He gets set, snap, he fakes the handoff, runs up the middle. Johnson keeps it, rolls for close to 10 yards. That'll bring up a short 3rd down for the Warriors. 3rd and 1 on their own 19. Nice little play. Johnson faked to the right, ran up to the left, kept the ball for a 10-yard pickup. 3rd and short. Warrenton breaks the huddle with Haas in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dawson goes in motion, gets set on the left side. Handoff to Haas up the middle. What a big hole. He runs, brought down by 2 Wildcats, but not before he gets a Warrior first down. That was Quinn Schnarr in the tackle for the Wildcats. Schnarr was the leading tackler for the Wildcats last year. 2nd team all-conference, all-district, and he was academic all-state with 92 tackles last year. 1st and 10 Warriors at their own 21. Haas motions for Dawson, who lines up in the backfield at the H-back position. Johnson throws to the right to Haas. Haas goes over the right side, breaks the tackle, and then is brought down, but not before another Warrior first down. Wildcat tackle by DeJuan McRoberts. He's their Swiss Army knife. He does a little bit of everything. Throws, runs, tackles, catches. But like I said, Haas gets the first down. This time Javon Jones lines up in the backfield with Haas. Jones is on the right. Haas is on the left. Johnson gets the snap, hands off to Jones. Haas does a little block. Jones runs over the left side, breaks the tackle, and then runs through, carrying 2 or 3 Wright City tacklers with him. Gain of about 7 on the play. Wright City tackle by number 27, Xavier Stuffelbein. He's a junior. That'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Warriors. Jones comes out of the game. They bring in a wide receiver. Looks like Haas will be the lone running back in the backfield. Correction. Dawson joins him in the backfield. Senior Peyton Dawson splits off to the left. Haas is on the right. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Dawson goes in motion to the right. Handoff to Haas. Up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Breaks a second tackle. Spins. He's still running with 2 Wildcats holding on to him. A gain of 17 on the play. Another 1st and 10 for your Warriors. What a run by Haas. He showed a lot there. Breaking a tackle, dodging tackles, then spinning, keeping going and carrying 2 tacklers. He goes back to the huddle. Looks like he's gasping for a little bit of air, but this kid stays into the game. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Tight end Shank on the top right, and 1 receiver to the top of the screen. Haas split off behind Johnson. Johnson calls for the snap. Hands off to Haas. This kid just never gets tired. Wow. Gain of 7 on the play once again. That line of scrimmage is really making some big holes. Combination of Jack Morris, Marcus Green, Kyle Locke on the right side, making some big ways. And they're running right at their 6'2", 200 or 300-pound senior Mason Went. They ran the ball right at him that time. Still picked up 7. Johnson takes the snap, fakes right, goes left, goes over the left tackle, then breaks back to the right, comes all the way across the field, slips the tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's brought down inside the 10-yard line where the Warriors have a 1st and goal. Brandon Johnson, free safety turned quarterback, doing it with his legs. This kid's got really good vision. He took it over the left side of the tackle, broke it back to the middle, didn't see anybody coming, so then he kept on going across the right side, almost made a touchdown before he was brought down at the 9-yard line. Warrenton seems to have the momentum going at this point in time. Shank breaks the huddle, tight end on the left side, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. That's Dawson. Haas in the backfield over the left shoulder of Johnson. Johnson gets a snap, hands off to Haas up the middle. Gain of a couple on the play. It was like Stuffelbein on the tackle with Adrian Jones as well for Wright City. Haas got to the 5-yard line, making it 2nd and goal from that point. Tight end Shank on the right. Haas lines up to the right shoulder of Johnson this time. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the top. Dawson goes in motion back to the right, lining up behind Shank. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson hands it to Haas. Haas up the middle. Tackled for a gain. That was Mason Went on the senior for the Wildcats with the tackle. And we have a timeout on the play. This one's an official timeout once again, trying to keep the players hydrated early in the season, first game. With 6:01 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Warrenton Warriors have a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. This drive, if you remember, started on the Warriors' own 9-yard line after they had a penalty on a kickoff for a block in the back. So they've gone 89 yards in about 9 minutes, using a lot of clock running the ball in this series. That's one way to keep DeJuan McRoberts for the Wildcats off the field and keeping the ball out of his hands is to take a long drive like this. Plus, it wears out the defense. Those big bodies for Wright City, Went and Bohannon, this has got to be wearing them down. Both teams break the huddle. 3rd and goal from the, looks like they've spotted the ball now at the 3.5-yard line. Big play here, folks. Haas in the backfield behind Johnson's left shoulder. Johnson gets a handoff, or Haas gets a handoff from Johnson, goes over the right guard, untouched before he gets into the end zone. That's Austin Haas, touchdown. His 27th rush, I'm sorry, that's his 36th rushing touchdown in his career. That offensive line, I'm telling you, the right side, Green, Locke, Shank, just making big waves over there. Warrenton's going to try the point after attempt. Farber with the kick. Snap back, kick up, and it is good. So, 9-minute drive for the Warrenton Warriors results in a 91-yard possession leading to a touchdown by Austin Haas. That's the way to come out of halftime. The senior of Haas, Johnson, leading their team down the field to take the lead and set the tone for the second half. Say, hey, we're not going to be pushed around. We're going to fight. And that's what you'd expect in a bragging rights game. You'd expect these teams to come at each other. Now it's Wright City's turn to see what they've made as far as adjustments in the second half. McRoberts is going to go back to receive the kick. This time Jake Kinney's kicking off. Okay, thanks. Kicks in the air. What a great kick. Sends McRoberts back to the right. Ball it's caught about the 5-yard line. McRobert picks it up, scoops it up, and runs to about the 22-yard line where he's brought down by Warrenton's number 17. Wright City will take over 1st and 10. McRoberts in the backfield over Humphrey's shoulder. They fake the snap. Warrenton jumps off sides. Referees blow the whistle, throw the flag. Indication is against the Warriors. Off sides in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. That'll bring up a 1st and 5 for the Wildcats at their 29-yard line. Wright City breaks the huddle. McRoberts over the left shoulder of Humphrey. 2 receivers to the top and bottom of the screen. Snap, handoff to McRoberts. He goes over the right tackle and is met, but not after gaining a 1st down. Gaining about 7 on the play. Wright City breaks the huddle. They called a fake snap this time, but not only did Warrenton jump, but it looks like Wright City has jumped as well, and the penalty is against Wright City for a false start. 5-yard penalty. This time the little trickaroo bites them, and it'll bring up a 1st and 15. Warrenton better be watching that. Looks like they've made a point of trying to get them jumping in the neutral zone. Both teams start this possession, or this series, with a penalty each. Humphrey gets the handoff, hands it to McRoberts, who goes over the left side, where he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. A host of Warriors on the tackle there. Jake Mincher led the way. That'll make it 2nd and 15 for Wright City. Looks like they're going to have trips to the left of this play. Solo wide receiver to the right. Snap back. Humphrey gets it. Looks deep. Throws short to McRoberts. McRoberts brought down from behind. Gain of 2 on the play. Tackled by Cole Meyer. Good job of pursuing by Cole Meyer. Meyer's a senior inside linebacker. 80 tackles last year and a returning starter. That'll bring up 3rd and long. Looks like about 14 for Wright City. Humphrey comes to the sideline to get the play. Runs back to the huddle. Gets his team lined up. They've got trips to the right. Humphreys goes to the left. Quarterback's to the left. That means McRoberts is in the backfield. Solo back. Referee blows the whistle before the ball is snapped. Wright City utilizes its first timeout of the second half on this key possession, 3rd and 14. Wright City trying to answer the touchdown to start the second half by the Warriors. There's 3:43 left to go in this quarter. All right, play is beginning to resume again. The players have come off the sidelines, lining up at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they have in store. Looks like McRoberts is in the backfield by himself. Humphreys, the quarterback, is split out on the left side. Penalty again right at the snap. Seems to be contagious right now. This time, looks like they caught Warrenton lined up in the neutral zone. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, making it 3rd and just inside of 10 yards. With a running back like McRoberts, you don't want to give them any advantage and make it shorter on when you had them 3rd and long before. They stay in the same formation. McRoberts looks to the right. Signals from one of the receivers to come in motion. Snap back to McRoberts. He rolls right. Pressure from the Warriors. He forces them back to the middle. McRoberts throws it deep. Oh, 2 players go up to get it. Josiah Higgins goes up and breaks it up. Otherwise, it was going to be intercepted. That'll bring up a 4th and 9. The Warriors' number 13 was in position to make that interception before Higgins came back and broke up that interception. Deep in their own territory, the 38-yard line, Wright City lines up in punt formation. And before the ball is snapped, we have a flag on the play. The initial indication is against Wright City. Dawson's back to receive for the Warriors. That's a 5-yard penalty. 4th and 14. McRoberts deep to punt for the Wildcats. He rolls to the right, and he does a Australian-style rugby kick. Dawson's going to let it go. The ball takes a Wright City bounce and bounces down to about the 10-yard line. The ball landed at about the 20 and took a 10-yard roll. Warrenton's going to start 1st and 10 at their 10.5-yard line. Last possession, they went 91 yards. This time they're going to have to go about the same distance, 89 yards. They've got 3:24 left to go in the third quarter and a 7-point lead. That was a nice punt by DeJuan McRoberts, the Swiss Army knife, secret weapon for the Wildcats. This time lining up in the backfield with Johnson. We got Haas to the right, Jones to the left. Handoff to Jones as he crosses over to the right guard, spins, tries to break a tackle, but is unsuccessful. Gain of a couple on the play. That was Quinn Schnarr, the junior, on the tackle for the Wildcats. Jones tried to spin out of it, but Schnarr would have none of it. He held on and brought him down for a gain of only one. Jones and Haas in the backfield again. This time the handoff goes to Austin Haas over the left tackle. He breaks one tackle. Second tackle brings him down, but not before he dragged the tackler 4 or 5 more yards. Several of the Wildcats had to jump on his back to bring him down. First down, Warriors. They've got a 1st and 10 at their own 28. Schnarr on the tackle again. That's 2 in a row. He's seeing a little more work this half. Actually, he made a lot of tackles last half, too. In the backfield, sticking with the backfield, Jones and Haas. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Handoff to Jones. He goes over the right side. Gain him about 3 or 4 before he's brought down. Tackle was made by number 7, Jake Pop. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Tight end Shank comes to the left side of the screen this time. 2 receivers to the top. Haas goes in motion. Handoff to Jones up the middle, breaks a tackle in the backfield, hurdles another tackle. He won't be stopped. It takes 2 or 3 Wildcats to bring him down. First down, Warriors on the back of Javon Jones. Quinn Schnarr with their tackle again for the Wildcats. He's got his hands on his hips. He's really putting in a yeoman's work here. Trying to stop the Warriors himself. Schnarr, the linebacker. Warriors break the huddle again with 2 running backs. Fake handoff. Johnson throws over to the right side where the receiver gets tangled up with the D-back. Coaches and players and fans have their hands up in the air wanting a penalty on the play, but it looks like the defense and the offense just had their feet tangled up. And if it's just the feet getting tangled up, that is not a penalty. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Once again, a deep pass is not a bad play just because it keeps those safeties, linebackers, on their heels so they can't stop the run as easily. 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. Johnson's talking to Jones. Snap back. Johnson fakes left, goes right, breaks a tackle in the backfield. He goes over the right tackle, dodges another tackle before he's tripped up on the play. There is a flag on the play, so wait to see before we know what's going on. Referees are conferring close to midfield. Penalty is against Warrenton. Looks like it was a personal foul, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. That'll knock the Warriors back and make it second and long. They're going to be on their own 33, and they've got to make it to the Wildcats 48. This time, only Jones in the backfield. Haas splits out over the left side. Snap back. Draw to Jones. Jones breaks the tackle, and he's drugged down from behind. Gained him about 3 or 4 in the play. Quinn Schnarr, once again, tackling for the Wildcats. That'll bring up a 3rd and 13 for your Warriors. Warrenton looks to the sideline from the play. Coach is signaling it in. I think the quarter is getting close to the end, and it is. That's the end of the third quarter. Teams will switch sides. And we'll be back in a couple seconds for your fourth quarter and the end of the second half. Quarter. This is a quick-moving game, even though we got a late start at 8:30. Third down and long for the Warriors. They throw over to the left. Complete pass from Johnson to Haas. Haas runs straight up the left side. Gain of about 8 on the play. He gets close to midfield on this. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. Warrenton breaks the huddle in a hurry, gets to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Johnson's under center. Now he breaks off and goes into shotgun. Haas is over on the left side behind the tight end. And Jones, now Haas motions back to the right side. Jones is in the backfield. Linebackers are up close on defense for the Wildcats. Snap back to Johnson. Johnson fakes the handoff, throws to Dawson. Dawson catches and breaks the tackle before he's brought down at the 37-yard line. The Warriors convert on 4th down from a pass from Johnson to Dawson. Johnson faked the handoff to Jones, threw to Dawson. Sure-handed receiver caught it for the first down. Nice little play from Coach K and the Warriors. Warriors break the huddle with Haas set in the wide receiver position. Jones in the backfield. Johnson fakes left, keeps it over the right side. Breaks one tackle before he's brought down. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Looks like 2nd and 3. Mason Went comes in for the right city, trying to shore up the defensive line for the Wildcats. Warriors break the huddle with 2 running backs in the backfield. Haas and Jones. Jones gets the snap, hands to Jones. He goes over the left tackle. He goes a long way. He could go all the way. No, he's brought down at the 5-yard line. But there is a flag in the backfield of the Warriors, which oftentimes indicates a holding. Let's see what we have here. The head official threw that flag from back behind the play. He signals holding against the Warriors. So the long gain by Jones will be brought back. That'll make it 2nd and 13 from the 40 for the Warriors. Warriors need to keep their positive attitude about them. They've overcome penalties in the first half. They could do it again here. Johnson gets a snap, fakes to Haas. He looks to the left, rolls right, throws. Oh, what a catch by Dawson. He came back to get the ball. That ball was going to be intercepted at the 20-yard line. Dawson came from behind the receiver and just got in front of him to make the catch. That is a senior receiver. He was the leading receiver for the Warriors last year. No, I'm sorry. He had 29 receptions last year. Thompson was the leading receiver, but what a catch nonetheless. That's a first down for the Warriors at the 20-yard line. They've got another drive going here. 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 receivers split out to the right. Shank, the tight end, at the left. Johnson fakes the handoff, runs behind Haas, breaks it out to the left side. He's back in the secondary. Looks like he's got himself another first down. Johnson has really got some good vision. All that time at free safety, he knows what to look for when you're trying to break down a defense. That is a first down for the Warriors. First and goal for the Warriors at the 7-yard line. They've got momentum back. They're looking to finish this drive with another touchdown. Tight end Shank on the left, handoff to Haas. Haas goes up the middle behind Jones, pushes him. It's close for a touchdown. The Warriors' offensive line are signaling touchdown, but it looks like the referees, the linesmen, are going to mark him a little bit short. 2nd and goal for the Warriors at the 1-yard line. They line up on the ball quickly here. They line up with Johnson under center, 2 backfield. Last time they did this, they sneak. Johnson tries to sneak, but he fumbled. Hard to see who recovered. Wright City's pointing that they have it. Referee holds up a 3 fingers, meaning it's 3rd down. That means Warrenton recovered. Woo! Hart skipped a beat on that one. The Warriors were close to capitalizing. Johnson tried to sneak but didn't secure the snap before trying to rush it in. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll make it 3rd and goal from the 2. Handoff to Haas. Austin Haas finds a hole between the center and the guard. What a good read and great blocking. Kyle Locke, Marcus Green doing the number. There might have been a penalty on the play. Yeah, there is. There's a penalty on the play. Oh, my goodness. Heartbreak City. That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, making it 3rd and goal now from the 12. Referees come over to the sideline to explain to the coaches what the penalty was for. Warrenton looks over to the sideline, gets the play, breaks the huddle. 46 for the Warriors is lined up in the backfield. Handoff to Haas. He runs it up the middle, but not for a very much of a gain. That's going to bring up a 4th down. Tackle by Wright City's 64, Hunter Bohannon, the 6'2", 280-pound senior. Looks like Warrenton is going to try to go up by 2 scores by kicking a field goal. For the field goal, they send in number 12, Jake Kinney, a sophomore. Brandon Johnson's going to hold. Jack Morris, the center. Kick is going to be from the 15, making it a 25-yard field goal. Before they can snap the ball, the whistles blow. We've got offsides against Wright City. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty from the 9. That'll make it 4th and goal from the 4. Be interesting to see. Coach Coper has a tough decision here. Does he go for it from 4th and goal from the 4 for the touchdown? Or does he stay with his kicker, sophomore Jake Kinney? They look to the sideline. Coach Coper signals in the play. And they're sticking with the field goal. That is the smart play to go up by 2 scores here as time ticks off in the 4th quarter. Morris snap back. Johnson snap down. And the kick by Jake Kinney is good. That gives the Warriors a 10-point lead with 5:45 left to go in the ball game. Wildcats have got to figure out a way to score if they want to get back into this game. The Warriors have done a great job of keeping DeJuan McRoberts off the field. All of the Warriors' possessions in the ballgame have been long drives, milking the clock, making the speed of the game go by very quickly. From start to finish right now, we're looking at a 2-hour game. And that clock is really moving because they're running the ball up and down the field, keeping it in bounds. And by doing so, they're keeping the ball out of the hands of the Wildcats, DeJuan McRoberts. Back to kick for the Warriors will be Jake Kinney, the sophomore, who just made the 3-point field goal to give the Warriors a 10-point lead. With 5:45 to go in the half, or in the game, 17-7 the Warriors. McRoberts back to receive for the Wildcats. Kick is off. There's another squib kick. Bounces off a Wildcat. And there's a scrum and a fight for the ball at the 40-yard line. Wright City signals that they have it, and they do. Number 2 scooped it up for Wright City, where they'll take over 1st and 10 at their 40-yard line. With 5:41, the Wildcats have to figure out a way to get 10 points in a game in which they've only gotten 7 so far. Let's see if they open it up a little bit here. Humphrey's still in the backfield at quarterback. McRobert lines up behind him. Schnarr lines up in the fullback position. Low snap, pitch to McRoberts. Oh, and he's blown up in the backfield. Flag on the play right about the point of the tackle. Head referee signals holding against Wright City. The Warriors will take the play and the loss of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. Austin Haas, the running back, also linebacker, returning starter, senior, burst into the backfield on a blitz and got McRoberts for a 5-yard loss. That's the way to start. 2nd and 15 here. Schnarr in the backfield. McRoberts lines up in the slot. Fake to Schnarr. Humphrey rolls to the left, throws and completes the pass to McRoberts, who's brought down at the 49-yard line. Close for a 1st down. Cole Meyer on the tackle. Assisted by the Warriors, number 13. That's going to bring up 3rd and short. Nice little pass play. Snuck McRoberts out of the backfield, across the line of scrimmage, right where the linebackers are, and caught the ball short, about a 2 or 3 yard pass, and then he ran it for about another 12 yards. McRoberts lines up in the backfield to the left side, gets the handoff from Humphreys, runs over the left side, and reaches for a first down. Wright City has a first down. Tackled by the Warriors, number 32, Jeremiah Montgomery. Warriors have a 1st and 10. I'm sorry, Wright City has a 1st and 10 at the Warriors' 49-yard line with 4:18 to go in the game. They are making progress, but not only do they have to score, but they have to score quickly. The clock is also their foe at this point in time in the game. Humphrey gets the snap, gives it to McRoberts, who's met in the backfield. Loss of a couple on the play. Warriors have opened up the bag of blitzing. That was 43, Strower. 46, Strower in the backfield. A couple of blitzes in the last 2 series have caught the Wildcats off guard. First is Austin Haas from the left outside linebacker. This time it was Strower from the left inside linebacker. Humphrey drops back to pass. He looks to the left side. He throws into double coverage to McRoberts. Broken up. He threw into double coverage. That was number 2 and number 13. Brandon Johnson, the quarterback / free safety, on the coverage. The incomplete pass does stop the clock with 3:17 to go, but it brings up a 3rd and 11 for the Wildcats. Really good coverage by the Warriors in that pass. They were not surprised, and they knew that McRoberts is the key for the Wildcats, and they had him double coverage. Snap back to Humphreys. He rolls right this time. And he is knocked down for a loss on the play. Once again, a blitzing linebacker. Looks like it was Strower again. 46 from the inside linebacker. That brings up 4th and forever for the Wildcats. Coach K breaking out the blitzes this series, and it's really done well for the Warriors. Caught the Wildcats off guard. Great timing by the linebackers, Haas and Strower. Clock continues to tick, almost to 2 minutes. Wright City does not seem to be in a hurry. Looking for the signals from the sideline. Are they going to punt or are they going to go for it? McRoberts is back by himself. He drops back to throw. Throws to the left side. Tried to complete it to number 5, but it was broken up by Peyton Dawson for the Warriors. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Well, it looks like there might be a penalty on the play. Great defense by Peyton Dawson to break up that play. Oh, the penalty is down in the backfield, too. The defensive backfield. Head official signals an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Warrenton. Automatic first down on the play. That breathes new life for the Wildcats. Wait a second. It was an unsportsmanlike penalty, but it might have been after the play. Yeah, it's a dead ball foul. So after the play, an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Warriors. But the result of the play stands, and your Warriors take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line with a 10-point lead and 2:15 to play in the game. Look for the Warriors to run out the clock here. Watch to see here if Wright City's linebackers step up and try to do a little more blitzing themselves, taking a cue from the Warrenton playbook. Single back in the backfield. Johnson, the quarterback, and Austin Haas over his right shoulder. Shank, the tight ends, lined up to the left. Let's see if they run left here. They do. They run up the middle, actually. Haas gets a great block. Gain of about 7 on the play. That block that broke him out. Timeout, Wright City. That was the sophomore, Marcus Green, on the block. He just kicked the lineman out, and Haas just jumped in right behind him and gained 7 on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 3. Wright City takes another timeout with 2:03 left to go. Warrenton 17, Wright City 7. Warrenton, 2nd and short at the Wildcat 44. Haas in the backfield, handoff from Johnson. He runs to the left. He's got a first down, looking for more. Tackled by Schnarr for the Wildcats. But before he was brought down, there was a flag on the play. Haas had the first down before the flag. So let's see what the referees rule on this one. A lot of penalties in his first game, which is to be expected in the first game. Like to see both teams clean it up in the next game. It's like a block in the back against Warrenton. Spot penalty. 2nd and 1, it looks like it's going to be. Warrenton comes up to the line of scrimmage. Clock still ticking. 1:45 to go in the game. Warrenton's going to let the clock wind down a little bit here before they snap it. Good clock management by the Warriors' senior leadership. Handoff to Haas up the middle. He's got the first down. Cuts back to the left. He spins. Schnarr holds on. Tackle at the 31-yard line, where the Warriors have themselves another 1st and 10 with 1:27 to go and a 10-point lead. Nice little spin there by Haas. Both he and Johnson, the quarterback and running back, have great vision when they get to the second level of the defense. All right, Warrenton breaks the huddle. Quarterback under center. Running backs behind the quarterback. Looks like they've got victory formation. They're going to snap the ball and probably just take a knee here. As Wright City has run out of timeouts. Johnson gets the snap, takes a knee, and the clock continues to tick. We appreciate all the viewers joining us today in our very first inaugural broadcast here at Warrenton High School. We hope you'll come out and watch the Warrenton Warriors in 2 weeks as they take on Liberty from Wentzville in their next home game. If you can't make it to the game, you can always watch the broadcast of the home games here on the Warrenton Sports Network. 2nd down snap to Johnson, takes another knee. And that's going to pretty much be the end. The teams are shaking hands. Coach Coper and his Warriors started the season out like last year, winning. What a great game we got to see today. Tied up at halftime. Both teams went into the locker room, and Warrenton and Coach Coper made some really good adjustments in the second half, cut down on the penalties, got some great play from their seniors, Austin Haas and Brandon Johnson, to lead them to a second-half victory, 17-7 over White City Wildcats. The Battle of Warrenton, the bragging right of Warrenton, goes this time to the Warrenton Warriors. Kudos to the Wildcats for presenting a strong game. We hope Coach Rickard and the team has a successful season, and we look forward to seeing them again in the future. Once again, thanks for joining us on the Warrenton Sports Network, and hope you all have a great Labor Day